It's the real estate show. We've come to sell DR. Am I still on? It's a pop-up live from Sosua on the north coast of beautiful Dominican Republic. It's the Real Estate Show starring me, Jim Fenn, and buckle up and welcome aboard. Ow! Did it come in hot that time? I produce all my own intros and whatnot. I'm borrowing this content. I hope that giving credit in the comments section will suffice. I'm a struggling, unmotivated realtor in Sosúa. You ever notice when you're busy, you're busy? No, I mean like when you're busy, you get more work done, like you do more things that you wouldn't normally do if you're just, kicking your teddy bear down the hall. Why me? I'm not a why me kind of guy. I'm a guy that arrogantly accepts that all my choices and decisions, choices being something you do of free will and a decision you do for a reason, you very, very seldom make free will choices. But I am the sum total of all of my choices and decisions up until this point. Where I'm sitting right now, I only have God to thank and me to blame it on. If I don't like where I'm at, I can just change it. Easier said than done. You ever tried putting down Twitter? If you're a struggling addict like I am, and I'm addicted to many things, many things, some more harmful than others, you can put many things in that addiction category. Like really, think about it. Food, sex. Well, I'm not addicted to alcohol, but I abuse it occasionally. And I should learn my lesson. How many times have you said, never am I ever drinking again, God? And then blown your promise with him? Me? Hundreds of times. Maybe thousands. This is Confessions of a Realtor, live from Sosua. I'm your host, Jim Fannin, and this is my genius today. Hello, is this real time? Okay, perfect. I set up my camera just to give you this shot. I bought a new office chair down here. I've been struggling for a year on this thing. Now, this thing is murdering me. Now, the one I'm sitting in isn't murdering. Well, it's murdering me slower. This is fun. So I bought a new office. This is better. You don't need to see the casters on the floor, but I am brilliant sometimes. No, I'm always brilliant. I'm just like, why am I wasting my brilliance on this stupid thought? Like this is making no one better by me thinking this. You know those thoughts where you're ashamed of thinking it and go, man, my mind must be really idle to come up with such a stupid thought. But so I bought a new office chair. It cost me 7,000 pesos. Now, when I think 1,000 pesos is $20, I don't give a whole lot of value to 1,000 pesos. 1,000 pesos, roughly 20 American dollars. So when you save 77,000 pesos, I'm like $140. Okay. It's not a lot of money. But for a struggling realtor, it is. Otherwise, I would have bought one a year ago. So finally, I made do and came up with the 7,000 pesos. And the chair, if you can hear it rolling right now, it's rolling beautifully. But these casters that I bought on this new $7,000 peso chair, now it's one of the cheapest chairs in the place that I bought it. But when I sat down on it the first time, I realized it didn't roll. And I said, hey, the casters don't roll. Like, well, there's no warranty on that thing. A month later, I finally get through to the manager, and I go down and I pick up one. They gave me this one to replace the 5 others that don't roll. I'm only 200 pounds. I'm down to 200 pounds. I was 230 when I flew down here. 225, 235, in that range. I don't know exactly because I didn't weigh myself all that many times when I was at home, and I still don't, but I'm at fighting weight. I'm under 200 pounds now. A good diet and more exercise will do that for you. Who knew? So the casters won't roll. I got a hard time getting service. And I guess I don't need to leave you on this screen. We're supposed to be talking real estate. And I set up the camera just for this. Like, I don't usually put myself on camera, right? Okay. Like, I put myself on camera, but usually it's this look over here. This is why you watch the show, right? For this kind of stuff? The scripted, Hollywood-produced type of comedy. Cam display zoom. This is the one you usually get from me. And you know what? I got a... it's daylight, so my lighting's not the greatest. I'm in my underwear, so I can't stand up to turn the light on. I mean, who cares, underwear? Same as a bathing suit. Kinda. Yeah, I just don't want to, flash my Fruit of the Looms at you without giving you proper, what do you call it? Not safe for children. See if I can switch back to this cam live. So yeah, I don't usually do cuts of myself, but I've been toying with getting some distribution and going back to do like a Jim Fannin show style show again, because I pretty much quit doing the Jim Fannin show since I've been down here. I did one on my birthday last year, and I was a few drinks in and very loose. And when I listened to it back, I said, that's not appropriate Dominican Republic material. It's Jim Fannin show stuff, but like nobody listens to the Jim Fannin show. But I think I have an opportunity at a platform that's a paywall. Well, you could get some free stuff. You could get if I'm doing an hour weekly show, you could probably get the first 20 minutes free or something like that. So you get a taste of it, but it's going to be all out Jimmy Fannin. Like normal language for the people that know me and don't care about who's around. We can freely speak with a loose tongue, a few drinks in, like the guy sitting at the bar type of show. It'll play. I don't know that I can make a whole lot of money, but it's the show. If I do this, I'll give you the heads up. It's going to be called You've Been Duped. Because I see my purpose here is like breaking false narratives. Obama's... Well, why am I doing a political talk show right now? Why am I talking to you about this? I should be selling real estate. Oh, this is Confessions of a Dominican Realtor, so I can get away with this. I mean, I can show you this stuff because you should be here. You should buy a ticket, $1,000 from Toronto? It's direct flight, which you can't say that for all parts of the world. Somebody at my door. This is part of the problem. Broadcasting from here, you get the sounds of the apartment. Weird. Where was I? Who cares? I'm boring. You want to talk some real estate? Oh no, this is Confessions of a Realtor. So yeah, I notice when I'm busy, I get more done. Like I'm actually doing more work. I should be doing less work because I don't have the time because I'm busy, but like I'm doing this show right now and I've got other things to do. I have an appointment actually I'm late for right now. It's with a star. Most people call it the sun, and it's about 50 steps down the hill to the piscina, which is about 80 feet long. It's 32 paces long. It has a deep end of about 8.5 feet, I think. Like you can dive into it deeply and not worry about compressing your vertebrae in your back like I did back home when I was had a few beers in, showing off for the company and doing deep dives and tricks off the diving board and stuff. My back is still recovering, I think. I've got an appointment with an osteopath next Tuesday at 2:30 in Caparete. She runs out of Casa Gran Laguna, which we have for sale. I think there's 64 rooms there. What's it want, 4.6 million or something? Would look at owner financing. I got a bunch of cash cows down here. Oh, my favorite one. I just tweeted this one out. Let's pull up my Twitter. Usually I'm just rage bait on Twitter. If you're a real estate client of mine, don't go to my Twitter. Don't do that. Don't go to twitter.com/JimFannon. Do not do that, okay? Because you won't. I've stopped being an asshole on the other platforms. If you notice, on Facebook, I'm a good boy. I just post real estate and lifestyle stuff. But on Twitter, I have to constantly remind people that I am not my Twitter account, that the Twitter account is not a human. Like, it's run by a human, but, like, do you think I go around saying these things out loud to people? No, they're tweets. They're designed to get a reaction. I know, right? What are you, 5? Okay, I'm just trying to crop my screen here while my neighbor greets my client next door. Okay, so here we go. It's a pinned tweet. I just pinned it. Rather than rage bait in politics, I might as well present you business opportunities. Sosúa, Dominican Republic, 4-room boutique hotel / restaurant. Average daily rate, $950 USD. Gross, $300K at 85% occupancy. Tax-free income offered at $1.1 million. Owner financing at 50% down. They will stay on to train and or manage. Hello? Is this thing on? Am I still on? Are you dumb? $550 down. What's your ROI on your down payment? It nets $200 a year. Like, it'll net $300 a year if you rented out all 4 units. Right now, there's only 3 units in play because the owner occupies the other one. Call me, 809-330-8926. If you're looking for a place to get away that's normally hot every day, today's no exception. By December, we'll have 66 degrees at night. By December, I'll have to put long sleeves on to drive the bike after sunset. In December, January, February, if it rains out and you're on the bike doing 80 kilometers, 100 kilometers, well, you're not doing 100 kilometers in the rain because it's too freaking cold and dangerous. But I love my bike. Confessions of a Realtor continue. I have a bike. It's a 180cc. It's an Apache RTR, Indian made, dot not feather. $3,000, brand new, beautiful bike. Does 100 kilometers at about 7,500 RPM. About 8,000, maybe 100 kilometers. So it's designed to run like that. It's a single cylinder. Nice little bike. Why am I telling you this story? Confessions of a Realtor? Oh, so I pull up to the light the other day. I was going to see Blade, my hair cutter, my barber, Barbaria. And it went dead and wouldn't start. I could smell gas, so I pushed it around the Sosua sign. I was right in front of the Sosua sign, just past my coconut guy. And I pushed it around the corner. I look, I can't find where the gas is coming from. I'm like, okay, just leave it here. I'll run up and tell the guys to come and get it. I'm like, you're an idiot. Push it. Well, so with my helmet on, where are you going to put your helmet when you're pushing your bike? So with my helmet on, I push it up this little hill and down the street. And I'm like, why am I pushing this? Just ride and push with your feet. I cruise in. Elvis is there. There's two guys I trust at this place. He goes, oh, just take it back home. It's fine. I'll come up there and fix it in an hour. I'm like, it won't start. He looks at it. He says, okay, well, so I take my knapsack, go to Superpole, get my power drink stuff. Maybe I told the story already, but you need to hear it again and see my face. Okay. Oh, you didn't? I didn't even finish the story about the casters on the chair. That's why we started this. And how brilliant I am. Remind me to get to that. So, long story short, he told me I had some problems maybe with the gas. Maybe water in the gas. The carb was dirty. He pulled it apart, cleaned the car, put it back together, delivered it to my house. I went and dropped him back off at the bike shop. 800 pesos. Now, you thought I was going to say $800? 800 pesos. $16. Inflation. Anything you do down here that a Dominican can do cheaply is cheap. It's a fifth the price. You want to ceramic your floors down here? The guy that lays them down, let's say you're doing a 50 square feet or 100 square feet or something. The guy at home will charge you $1,000. Down here, they charge you $150. No bullshit. And the workmanship's good. Now you got to babysit them, and you got to buy good tile, and you got to make sure you're there to get what you want. All the lines are straight, like this floor I just showed you, laid by Dominicans. Now it's not the prettiest thing in the world, and it doesn't really match the tile in the bathroom, so they don't have an eye for color coordination or style. But they do good work. $18. 2 weeks prior to that, I have an intermittent problem on my, am I centered up here? I guess I'm as good as it gets. I have rattles all over my bike. It drives me crazy. It's new. Things get loose. And there's certain parts of the bike that need to have rubber, like foam put in and then clamped down so they don't rattle. And I have intermittent problems with the brake pedal. The light coming on doesn't stay on. It flickers. Sometimes it comes on. Sometimes it doesn't. It's intermittent. And he says, you need a new switch. I'm like, dude, it's a year old. He says, yeah, the Juvia, rain. They're not designed to last. So he puts a new rear brake sensor in it for me. He tightened up everything, top to bottom, front to back, the fairing. He found a squeak in my bearing in my back wheel or something, fixed that. Did an oil change and a new oil filter. He had it all afternoon. He quoted me 3,000 pesos. When I dropped him off, he said, mil ocho, 1,800 pesos. Instead of charging me more, when I dropped him off, he said, mil ocho, 1,800 pesos, $36 for an oil change, a filter, a new sensor installed, and the bike tightened all the way up with rubber gaskets between all the points that are causing me problems. 36 American dollars. I couldn't even afford to get my motorcycle license in Canada, probably. Down here, you don't need a license. I can drive a bike. I've driven a bike all my life, a dirt bike. So, I've driven a car long enough to know, and a bike long enough to know how to keep myself safe, hopefully. It's been a year. People say, I'll never drive a bike down there. I'll never drive a car down there. You know what? Forget everything you heard on the internet about the Dominican Republic, okay? Listen to a guy like me that's been here, that's going on 2 years, in Sosúa, which is basically a sex tourism town. I mean, they have their resorts, but the guys come here because they like the chicas. Prostitution's legal, I don't mess around with that stuff. I have no interest in it, but a lot of people come here just for that. So there's a section of town, downtown, where all the chicas hang out. And as you get further out of town, you get immediately into the Dominican culture and sometimes the Haitian culture as well. And it's all good, man. It's like the 70s down here. No one cares. You can't offend anyone. People aren't uptight about the small things. They're happy to be alive. They make do with very little down here. There's some wealth down here, even, and it's not all expat wealth. There's natives down here that do very well for themselves. Now, I'm in a small town. Sosúa is a small town. You want to see the Lamborghinis and the big money, you go to Santo Domingo, you go to Punta Cana, even Santiago. Lots of money, a whole different class. Like, this is small town Sosúa. This is small town North Coast. A big Haitian influence and a big Dominican culture. And they clash a little bit, but I enjoy all of them. And so Sosúa is not dangerous. You can survive. I saw a guy do a video the other day. Can you survive on $1,000 USD down here? Well, he was pretty close. The answer was no, but he wasn't far over, and that's cell phone. He included rent, all his money spent out, groceries, electricity, all of it. It depends how you live, but like, I'm going to show you some product here as I pimp this a little bit, because you don't want to see my face all the time. And I wasn't really prepared to go on camera like that all day or do a big monologue, but I don't prepare. This one's $350, and this is an actual picture I took with my iPhone from the bedroom. Like, what the hell? $350 like on the dude. When you look down, it's water. It's the 3rd floor. I don't know how they build them this close to the ocean. 3rd floor, furnished, $350, oceanfront. $990 per quarter are their fees. There's no taxes. That's just HOA fee, condo fees. Oh, I don't have a real good crop here, do I? Oh, how about the back of my neck? Would you like that better? No, I don't think so. How about this? Is this better? Furnished, $350, in good shape. It's called Morning Breeze. You think? Dude, look out your bedroom window. What is your fucking problem? Get down here. $350? It's American money. It rents out nicely. It's right in Cabarete. So Cabarete is not a sex tourism town like Sosúa. A great portion of, I don't know, their income is derived from that. I'm not talking down about the place. It's just a fact of life. What's your opinion about Finland as a country and its current government? I have no opinion of Finland at all. Don't know anything about it. But I know that where I'm at is the freest country in the world. I mean, I haven't been to that many countries. Been to the States. That's all, I guess. The States and Dominican Republic. So I'm not the guy to talk to about that, but it's like the 70s down here. Nobody cares. You can smoke in the restaurants. No one's getting offended. No one's asking for masks. No one's asking for V passes. It's easy going, man. You want to open a bar, you don't need to get a liquor license. You don't need to have health controls all the time. I mean, I had a legitimate business that I was selling down here, and to keep her fire extinguishers going, they came to check those every year. And she needed, because she was the chef, she needed to do actual blood work to handle food. That's about the only regular, but she was a legit business, like a restaurant. But if you want to serve food on the side of the road, if you got a property on the side of the road, you just put a sign up and you serve food. No one's coming to make sure you got a legitimate business license or that your kitchen passes health code. Maybe not even the 70s. This is better than Canada ever was being down here. And I mean, when a cop pulls me over down here, I don't even skip. My heart doesn't even begin to race a little bit. When the lights went on at home, I shit my drawers. It was like one of the worst experiences ever, just getting pulled over by a police officer. Down here, the police are so cool. You end up usually giving I tip everyone down here. And usually the cop, as I'm pulling away, will say, I'm hungry. Not usually. I would say 50% of the time, they rub their belly. They get paid shit. So I toss them cash. And they thank me. I'm like, thank you. Like, you could have written me up. You could have taken me downtown. You could have made my life difficult. But my license is in check. I got all of my documents in order. No, I got my passport information, all that kind of stuff. So it's not like, well, you know, but they still, you know, back home, they could really make your life difficult. This is a typical show, what you get when you get Jim Fannin. I guess I'm kind of crossing over my personality now with my real estate work, but keeping it G. Have I said a bad word yet? Yeah, I guess I did say, what the fuck, why ain't you down here? For $350, you can buy this place right here. I got financing with 35% down through Scotiabank. Their rates are about 7% for a year. I don't know how that equates back home because I don't give a shit. 7.5 for 3 years, 8% for 5. I'm going by memory, but I think that's it. I don't know if it's me or I hear imaginary knocks on the door. I'm tripping balls, man. You know what? Can I get away with playing some Strange Juice? Now, I can't get away with playing the video, but this would really make me happy to introduce you to one of my favorite songs.
So you've been saying it for 2 years?
I think I can get away with playing music, just not video. Excuse me while I indulge a little bit. This is Strange Juice. Mike Anderson's his name. He's from Australia.
Left my ego outside by the barber's pole, and now I'm in a brick lounge. I pretend to like the music. I'm sitting next to businessmen, Mason rings and armchairs, fluorescence leaving shadows. I sink into mine, a girl, skin and bone, whose eyes shone like Christmas, a pitiful thin body, sweats next to mine. She put something in my hand, an appetite for dreaming, and she said something, came out in the nothing. Tonight we will die, tonight we will die, tonight we will die, tonight we will die, she said.
So I'm not going to play the whole song, but what an absolutely lovely person. I did an interview with him. You can find it on my iTunes podcasts. Search Strange Juice, Jim Fannin Show, or Mike Anderson. Both of them will probably come up. What a brilliant, brilliant man. He bumped his head the day I did the interview with him. Was many years ago on Football Thursday, Thanksgiving Day in the States. I picked him up around 11 o'clock his time, 10 o'clock in the morning my time. He had bumped his head the night before and said he was going to lay down. He wasn't feeling well. He did the interview with a chicken, a rooster, on his lap. Let me see if I can find it. Just a beautiful human being. So, as normal, I don't claim... Oh, shit. Now I messed it up, eh? I should have opened that in a new window. I had a really good thing going, didn't I? Shit. Sugar. Skip halfway through. It's not enough apple trees or maple leaves to help us breathe. My OCD, I don't claim to be OCD, but I do have a little OCD tendency sometimes. So I'm gonna hook you up with it. Strange Juice Fannin, you know? Mike Anderson. There it is. Oh, cool. It's on my... Okay, I'm going to put the comments. I'm going to put my interview with Mike Anderson of Strange Juice in the comments. And I just saw it come up in this little... You can't see my cursor anymore, but I turned it off. But I saw that preview come up in my screen here. So I figured I'd give it to you. Let me put it in the comments. Go check out my interview with this guy. And more importantly, check out this YouTube channel. This is the interview. Beautiful human being. Gifted. God has blessed me with the opportunity to meet some of the most gifted musicians on this planet. Like, I mean, there's many I haven't met, for sure. Like all of them. But I've met so many great ones. Here's the song here. In the show description, you'll find all the links, except this kind of stuff when I go off onto a tangent. What's it called? Metamorphoses? By Strange Juice? Check the channel, man. He's an unknown. He's a nobody. I say that because he's got 619 subs, okay? This guy's not a multimillionaire, but he's a star in my book, which makes me reminded I have an appointment with the star. Most people call it the sun. I need to go. Put it in the comments as well. Mike Anderson, fuck, I love you, man. You're a gifted human being, and I am blessed to have known and interviewed you. Thank you very much for your time, your loyalty, and I'll do another show with Mike one day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So check out those links. Okay? And that gives me a great extra out. The links are in the show description. Hit me up here for a follow, a like. We hit 1,000 subs. I'm monetized. I got from my first check the other day, $80 Canadian. And they took 30% off for with U.S. holding tax because I thought I had to fill that out. 9 units, 1.1 million here. This is 1.9 on the beach, right beside Sosúa Ocean Village. Absolutely gorgeous, self-sufficient place. 1.9, she'll owner finance it. She wants out. 195 on her financing. Pueblo, Espanol, gated community. There's 6 houses down there starting at 169. Up here in my complex, Caribe Campo, Tarazi, Tarape Mar, you can rent this bad boy for $700 a month or buy it for $85. I'd rather you buy it.